A family in North County is grieving over the death of their teenager, who they say died from an accidental fentanyl overdose. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Marcella Lee. Kai Atesalp his sister found him dead in his bedroom just 1 week ago. CBS 8's Shannon Handy sat down with his dad and stepmom today. She joins us now in studio with their message. Shannon?
Yeah, Marcella, this is a very sad story to share. The number of fentanyl deaths has risen dramatically just within the past years, and that's why this is an important story to share. Kai's parents say they never thought it could happen to them. Now that it has, they want to get the word out in hopes parents will talk to their kids.
He died for something so small, and he made a stupid mistake being a teenager, and it can happen to anybody.
It's really, really hard, and it'll never, ever be the same.
It's the kind of pain no parent should ever have to endure. Last Friday morning, 18-year-old Kai Atesalp was found dead inside his Escondido home from what's believed to be an accidental fentanyl overdose. The discovery was made by Kai's 12-year-old sister after his dad and stepmom asked her to wake him up.
She walked into his room and just came out white as a ghost, and her voice was shaking and said, she goes, "There's something wrong." And I shot up the stairs and sent her down right away, and was just laying in his bed like he was asleep, but he had vomit around his mouth.
Ramsey Atesalp tried to resuscitate Kai, but it was too late. Police later found a pill inside Kai's room that was laced with fentanyl. Kai's parents say a search of his Instagram messages revealed he bought 2 pills from an acquaintance that he thought were the painkiller Percocet.
Somebody made $4 off of my son, and it took his life.
Kai just graduated from Escondido High School, where he was a star wrestler. He was set to attend Luther College in Iowa next month on a nearly full-ride scholarship. Kai's parents tell me he had friends, got good grades, and was very close to them, as well as his 3 younger siblings. They had talked to him about the dangers of pills, especially in light of the growing fentanyl crisis, never envisioning he'd become a victim.
There were no signs.
Nope. No signs. He just went off of a peer's word for it instead of listening to his parents and people who were trying to help him his whole life.
Which is why Kai's parents are sharing his story in hopes of preventing a similar tragedy from happening to someone else.
We can't do anything to bring Kai back, and the amount of pain and just devastation that the whole family is dealing with right now, I can't imagine wanting to have anyone else go through this.
A 17-year-old has been arrested for possession and sales of narcotics, though more charges could be added. The family has set up a GoFundMe page. You can find it at cbs8.com. Just click on this story. And Marcella, they were supposed to have a going away / graduation party next Friday, and now that has turned into a celebration of life.
I can't even imagine the heartache and the devastation they feel. Very brave of them to come forward and share. I mean, their son was an athlete. He had an almost full-ride scholarship. His life was just beginning, and interesting that from the Instagram messaging they could see he was trying to buy Percocet for $4. I mean, just everything about this, I'm sure, is something they want to share so that his memory, his life lost isn't in vain, to help others.
Exactly, and they say they think this was an isolated incident. They don't believe he was actively taking painkillers, or at least there were no signs that he was. And you know, we tell a lot of stories about the fentanyl crisis here in San Diego County and nationwide, but rarely do we have a face to put with those stories. We usually just put the numbers out. So here's the face with that story, and here's people's motivation to go and talk to your kids, talk to your friends, because this is a dangerous thing, and it's just going to keep getting more and more dangerous unless we talk to people about it.
It's just not worth it. It just seems like he thought he was buying Percocet from that message history, and if he really was in pain, right, for the kids to talk to their parents too. Because you could see a physician, and maybe if there's something, if he was an athlete and maybe feeling some pain, he could have gotten a legal drug perhaps to help him. This is just so sad all around.
Yeah, it is.
Thanks, Shannon. And we thank Kai's family for sharing their heartbreaking story.